It must be tough being in the same Tuscan region as Florence and the whole Renaissance takeover, but Pisa, like all other Italian cities or towns, is its own gem. So, although Pisa is known worldwide for its leaning tower, the bell tower of the city's cathedral, the city of just under 90,000 contains more than 20 other historic churches, several palaces, and various bridges across the river Arno. The city is also home to the University of Pisa, which has a history going back to the 12th century. This church was mentioned for the first time in 1211, while the current building dates back between 1251 and 1300. Its facade, decorated with gray marble, was completed in 1326. The Palace of the Convoy was built at the end of the 15th century, based on a design by Giorgio Vasari. It was first conceived as the headquarters for the Knights of the St. Stephen. Vasari designed the entire facade, which features metaphorical figures, some of which represent signs of the zodiac. It presently houses the Scuola Superiore di Pisa. The city's top attraction, the Leaning Tower of Pisa, is considered to be one of the miracles of the architectural world. 300 steps tourists are allowed to climb, and I'm sure at that angle it must feel like wandering through a funhouse at an amusement park. The height, 55.86 meters on the low side and 56.70 meters on the high side, with a 3.99 degree angle.
Sorry, you got it.
Look at that girl on there.
I know, I got her. He's using his feet to hold it up. Good for you.
Oh yeah, a popular tourist activity is to pose for photographs pretending to hold up the Leaning Tower, preventing it from falling. The illusion is created through the principle of forced perspective. Anyways, moving on. Construction of Santa Maria Assunta, St. Mary of the Assumption, began in 1064 by the architect Baschetto, and the mosaics of the interior as well as the pointed arches show a strong Byzantine influence. The facade of gray marble and white stone set with disc of colored marble was built by a master named Reynaldo. The Campo Santo, monumental cemetery, which can also be literally translated as holy field, because it is said to have been built around a shipload of sacred soil from the Golgotha, brought back by the Archbishop of Pisa in the 12th century. A legend claims that bodies buried in the ground will rot in just 24 hours. The Baptistry of St. John started construction in 1152 in replacement of an older baptistry and completed in 1363. The architect was Dioto Salvi, and it's the largest baptistry in Italy. Alright, so we left Pisa a little later than we expected, arriving in Florence, then transferring to a train for Bologna. After running around from platform to platform, pulling our wheel-busted suitcases, we finally find our train with half a minute to spare. While waiting unusually long at the station, we found out that the train decided to break down. Boarding a later train, which of course was packed, meaning we needed to stand up for the entire trip, and arriving in Rimini at 2-something in the morning, and of course we still needed to find our hotel. It was located on a street that was cut in two by train tracks, and of course we were on the wrong side and needed to find a street that had an underpass to get across the train tracks. Now it's 4 in the morning. Waking up just in time to get what's left of what appeared to be an amazing buffet-style breakfast, we head back to Rimini train station. We had hoped that the station would have a place to store luggage, but it didn't, meaning we couldn't head up to San Marino. Rimini, the Miami Beach of Italy. What a party city. We need to come back here for sure and see those castles up in San Marino. Not wanting to walk with our suitcases, we take a train to Ancona. Ancona, known for its port, is actually another one of those Italian gems. It's a beautiful city. At the recommendation of the hotel owner, we ate dinner at a restaurant that took us an hour and a bit to actually get a seat. I can see why. The food there was incredible. We leave Ancona in the morning by speed ferry, which will take us 4 hours to cross the Adriatic Sea to Split.
What's the name of this boat called? The Snav? What's the name of this boat called? The Snav? Snave? Is that how you say it? Snave? Run Snave. I don't think that's right. Run Snave. And we're heading from Ancona, Italy to Split in Hrvatska. So we're going to go and enjoy some beaches. It's almost like a luxury cruise ship, but kind of cool. Nice and relaxing. Kids running around, playing hockey on